one of my concerns was that just talking about floods might be too narrow of a topic if people don't have an interest or experience with floods other than perhaps movies. And
that's a good
also
point.
just not, what's that?
That's a good point. I have some stuff to say about that in a second. I just want to hear what your comments are.
Which would be a reason for, in my mind, having a lesson plan discussing different kinds of natural disasters, like my original lesson plan, but also the reason, well, I picked floods and then I remembered my experience in Thailand. So that's the gist behind this, but it probably wouldn't really be relevant to 22-year-old Koreans. It wouldn't necessarily relate to their experience, but that's beside the point, I guess.
No, it's a very good point, because we do want to always try to teach what our learners need as much as our institutional constraints allow. And
oh yeah, I didn't mean that it's not a relevant point. I meant the point of this exercise was restructuring my lesson plan format. But if it were a lesson we're going to teach my students, then it would be significant.
Yeah, and I meant just in general how valid it is what you're saying. And I love how you are always looking at things from the learner's point of view. Like I don't know how much my 20-year-old Korean students will care for natural disasters, floods, you name it in general. Yeah, maybe not so much. We don't always know. Sometimes we do get surprised, don't we? That we thought a topic wouldn't resonate. But yeah, if we know a set of learners well enough, we might have a hunch. But even so, life is not always perfect. So we still need to learn stuff that are not super extremely engaging. So usually the way around that is that if you have to go with a relatively boring, or when we suspect that the topic will be boring for our learners in particular, because people are different, what is boring for you might be. So if we do suspect that this is the case, we can still kind of approach the topic and try to make the tasks inside the lesson as engaging, as personalized. Usually engaging means personalized and communicative.